All right, folks, thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about the continuing flip-flop of Kamala Harris. Now, Kamala Harris was rated the most quote-unquote liberal senator several years ago. She ran for president originally back in 2019 as a so-called progressive. Now, I want to show you all how the media are framing her recalibration, as they call it, also known as flip-flopping. So from CNN here, the headline says, Harris recalibrates policy stances as she adjusts to roll atop Democratic ticket. Okay. As the burgeoning Kamala Harris campaign works behind the scenes to refine its policy platform, the vice president has increasingly found herself clarifying which of her positions have shifted over the years. From fracking to single-payer health care, several cornerstones of her 2020 presidential run, as well as her time as a U.S. Senator and California Attorney General, now appear at odds with the policies that have crystallized during the Biden-Harris administration and emerged as critical issues in battleground states. Okay, so the translation to that spin is she's running for president, and she has policy positions that are not popular, particularly in some of the important swing states that she's going to need to win the election. So, oops, yeah, all of a sudden, yeah, I'm almost 60 years old. I've been advocating for these positions for years, but yeah, oh, you know what? Forget it. I changed my mind. Okay, really. The policy changes reflect the differences between the moderation that has come with governing during the current administration's time in office and the demands of the 2020 Democratic primary, when both Joe Biden and Harris reversed course on certain policies in an attempt to move to the left. Harris ended her 11-month bid as one of the more progressive candidates in a crowded field. But the recent clarifications on her current positions and the speed at which her fledgling campaign moved to make them also demonstrate the Harris team's need to define the presumptive Democratic nominee, lest Republicans beat them to it. Well, all they have to do is show people. You could have a very concise ad with clips of Kamala Harris stating all these positions that she's held, and then show her now says, oh, well, I don't actually believe that. Okay. The push to bolster a more moderate image comes as former President Donald Trump and his campaign have ratcheted up criticisms of Harris, seeking to frame her as more liberal than Biden and highlight her California roots. The Trump campaign is up with 2 ads attacking Harris on border security and describing her as dangerously liberal. The $12 million ad buy will air in 6 battleground states: Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. During a Saturday rally in Minnesota, Trump called Harris the #1 most radical left Democrat in the entire Senate, a reference to a since retracted, oh gee, isn't that convenient, GovTrack legislator ranking that rated her the most liberal member of the Senate in 2019 based on the bills she introduced and co-sponsored. Okay, so basically looking at her actual track record here. No ban on fracking. At the same rally, Trump accused Harris of trying to hide her past opposition to fracking, the process of using liquid to free natural gas from rock formations, and the primary mode for extracting gas for energy in battleground Pennsylvania. A Harris campaign official said Monday she no longer supports a fracking ban. Oh, well, gee, isn't that convenient? So Harris herself isn't saying that, but it's a campaign official. Well, who the hell is that, right? Now here's Kamala Harris herself back in 2019.
Practice.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yeah, and starting.
She even adds emphasis and says there's no question she supports banning fracking. So what the hell happened in the last 4 years? Harris acknowledged that it would take legislation to restrict fracking beyond federal lands and pointed to the residual health impacts of fracking on local communities. Single-payer health care. Harris's campaign also confirmed this week that the vice president no longer supports a single-payer health care system. Well, gee, I mean, you know, these aren't minor position tweaks or as the headline here says, slight recalibrations. No, this is a complete whitewash of her record. of the things that she's advocated for her entire political career. Now, they think we're stupid. They think the average person out there is stupid, and unfortunately, some people probably will fall for it. But I hope as people actually get to know Kamala Harris more than they have. I mean, she's been vice president for almost 4 years now, and she's done an absolute crap job, obviously. There's a reason she flamed out, even among Democrats, even in the Democrat primary, she flamed out. She was at like 1 or 2% in the polls. I think Andrew Yang and Michael Bloomberg were polling higher than Kamala Harris at the time she dropped out. Border control, borders are, situation's gotten worse. And now she says, oh, well, we shouldn't let all these people in on asylum cases. Police funding, she was a big defund the police person. Now says she doesn't. So don't fall for it, folks. Don't fall for it. Somebody wants to point these things out, you throw it right back at them. You throw it right back at them, because this kind of thing is not going to work. Kamala Harris is all hype. She's all hype. She's a fraud. She's a phony. I just saw her the other day. She was speaking to an audience in Atlanta, and she puts on this fake Southern accent. I mean, what the hell is that? You were born in California. You were raised in Canada. Give me a break. Give me a break. So anyways, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.